Hey there, drone fans. Rick here again from Drone Valley. In today's clip, I'd like to show you a brand new product that was designed by the team here at Drone Valley to make life a little easier. We call it a Hydra cable, and it allows you to simultaneously charge up to 3 devices from a single charger port. On the one end is a standard USB-A connection that will easily plug into any charger you currently own, whether that's a wall charger, a car charger, or even a laptop port. On the other end are 3 individual connections for the most popular portable devices on the market: a USB-C, a micro USB, and an Apple Lightning. The minute you plug this end into your charger, all 3 of those connections become live, and you can charge a single device or all 3 devices at the same time. Now, the design for this product came from our frustration of carrying a wide variety of portable devices out in the field, each of which needing a different cable. So even if we had the right cable with us, we still were faced with the fact that most chargers have a single port on them, which meant I had to swap out cables between these devices to get them all charged. So what this cable was designed to do was eliminate the need to carry all those cables with you in the field and to be able to share a single port charging all of your devices at the same time. We spent an awful lot of time designing this product, and the 2 things we focused on were its durability and its functionality. Now, with its durability, we designed the cable with a really tight nylon weave on the outside, which does 2 things. Number one, it gives us really good strength, and tensile strength is important because you're going to be pulling the cable. The second thing it did was make the cable really flexible. The second part we focused on was the strain relief on the connectors, because a lot of cables you'll find in the market don't really have a great strain relief. They're glued right into the connector, and over time, you bending that cable is going to crack that connection. So we have a nice long strain relief there. As far as functionality goes, that has a lot to do with what's inside the cable you can't even see. When you make a cable like this, you have to decide 2 things: what type of wiring, whether it's solid or weave, or what gauge of wiring you're using as well. And if you pick a gauge of wire that's too thick, the cable tends to be really stiff and it cracks. If you pick one that's too small, you don't carry enough current to the end connections. It takes forever to charge those devices. So we settled on a happy medium between those 2, which allows us to deliver 2.5 amps of current from the charger directly to those devices being charged on the far end. What that means is this cable is going to charge all 3 of those devices as fast or faster than the cables you're currently using. Now, the one thing this cable won't do is it can't quick charge. And the reason for that isn't a fault of the cable. It's a fact that different devices use different standards for quick charging. So for example, Apple uses the PD or power delivery standard, whereas most Android tablets, phones, and things like that, or even action cameras use the Qualcomm standard. There's no way the cable can negotiate those standards differently for the end connections without knowing really what device is connecting up to it. So the cable, again, will carry a full 2.5 amps of current as long as you have a substantial charger on the one end. We recommend at least a 2 amp charger, preferably a 2.5 amp charger, which is pretty standard for chargers nowadays. Now, where I use this cable an awful lot is I spend quite a bit of time on the road, and I end up in a hotel, and I've got to charge a bunch of devices, and I've got a charger with me that's got 1 port. So what I'll do is plug in my cable, and then I'll start with my tablet, which has a micro USB connection on it, right there. And I'll plug that in first. Now, once that's charging, I'll plug in my phone with the Apple connection, and you can see the minute I plug it in, you can see it's charging. And then I'll carry my action camera with me as well, which is a USB-C connection, and I'll plug that guy in. And you'll see that light come on in a second. So there's the light. So all 3 of those currently are charging from a single charger. And again, in days gone by, I'd have to charge one, pull the cables off, charge another one, pull the cables off. This just makes things so much simpler. Other places this comes in really handy is when I'm driving in the car and I've got my kids in the back and they've got some friends in the back and they all want to charge their devices. I can plug this into a cigarette lighter, throw it in the back seat, and they can charge all their devices. I've also got friends that drive for Uber that love having these kind of cables because if they've got a client in the back that wants to charge their phone, they don't have to worry about what kind of phone do you have. It's just 1 cable in the back. And this has really simplified my travel kit as well, because again, carrying all those cables turn into a rat's nest pretty quickly in your computer bag. Just having 1 cable simplifies everything. So we're pretty proud of this product. We spent an awful lot of time designing it. I know there are a lot of products in the market that may look like this, but again, the engineering behind this was really well thought out by the team here at Drone Valley. And again, we're pretty proud of it. So if you're interested in it, we've got a link below. You can click that link and buy it off our website. If you have any questions about what I've covered, please drop those in the comments below and I'll get back to you and answer those questions as quickly as I can. The nice part about buying it from Drone Valley, again, as I often say, is we'll be here for a while, and we're here if you have problems. So if you have questions of the product, we stand behind it. If you have any issues with it, we're going to replace it for you. So buying from Drone Valley means you're going to get a good product you know you can count on. And that's all I really had for today. So thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate the support you've shown the channel and our website. And if there's any questions, drop them in the comments below. And until next time, happy flying.